my nigga, shout out. D-Money calls me and says, hey man, something was said on air and I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. I said, what was said? She told me what was said. I said, well, you know how I'm gonna feel about it. I don't think we can move with that, you know? Especially because we're family, I don't think it's necessary for that to go on. Nonetheless, the episode airs. Sean hits me up. He says, yo, did you see this? And I check it out, you know? So when I hit up my nigga D, she's like, yo, bro, I don't know what happened. She does a little, you know, research, and then there seems to be some mix-up in this world that you guys do these things. But now I'm sitting there, and you know, my girl is gutted. I think that was the first motivation. I had never seen my hand that feeling so low.
Wow.
You know, feeling so low, feeling so degraded, disrespected. It's like, you know, and this is some of the things that I feel like, you know, Gigi's been dealing with just as a female rapper in the game.
True.
You know,
since from the jump.
You know, since the jump, you know, she's always had to just face a lot of this type of conversation or criticism that really has nothing to do with the talent, the music, you know, the work and everything else that happens. So so I felt like, yo, in this moment, this is actually something that I need to do. You know, I think it's gonna need a nigga to go and have a conversation with niggas and address them as niggas. More so, because up till then, I thought I knew Sfiso.
Yeah.
I thought me and Sfiso are secret. I mean, you know, we don't ever have to be in the same room ever, but
We cordial.
yeah, I don't see myself now. I didn't see you having a conversation about any hand, let alone mine. You know, and if you think about it, he was talking about me. He wasn't even talking about her. He was using her as a way to shit on me.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, this is about me, you know? Now, Dudu had already told me that the guys wanted a follow-up interview.
Okay.
After I saw that thing, I said, nah, fuck that. Them niggas ain't getting my time. Fuck them niggas. So I sit and I meditate. I said, how am I gonna deal with these motherfuckers? I need to do something that's permanent. Yeah, I had to sit on this one. I had to think.
What do you mean like meditate?
No, well, maybe meditate is the wrong word, but I had to, no, maybe meditate is the wrong word, but I had to sit on it like and process it and think, you know, what is the most effective way to deal with this problem so that it remains permanent and unforgettable, you know, so that people can actually even go past what they said and stick to what remains afterwards, you know? I said the best way is to actually pull up on niggas, but in front of their audience, in front of everybody, and have a conversation with them like grown men, because more often than not, especially in my world, you know, talking things out is always us being nice.
Yeah.
Escalation is always the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was me, my brother, if it was a different time, it would have been handled differently. But in the world that I'm in, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, yo, man, I can't allow being disrespected, but I have to find a way to deal with this so that it gets dealt with. But more than anything, we need to show the world that there's a problem. There's a problem in that room. There's a problem on those chairs. We'll get to that. But there's a problem happening there, a problem of misinformation, not caring, not knowing. But anyway, I said, I'm gonna come, but don't tell them I'm coming. And why that was important for me is because I believe if you knew I was coming, if they knew I was coming, it'd be excuses, it'd be blah, 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 blah. So because you're so good at saying things off the top of your head, let's see how you react to be
off the dome.
To be questioned.
Natural.
Yeah, and let me tell you, like, I was calm. And let me tell you, I think I was calm, you know? But before I walked in, you know, I listened to these niggas. They were talking about something that had nothing to do with anything. Something about Kabza and Pori and what. You know, and I remember listening to this nigga saying, yo, this nigga doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh, so you did chill a bit.
Yeah, well, I had to, you know,
and
wait.
observe.
Yeah.
Are they seeing you by now when they're talking about Kabza?
No, when I walked in, they were busy having lunch or something there, drinking. You know? Dudu said, chill there. I'll tell you when to come in. I want them to start the conversation and talk. I said, it's fine. I chilled there. I saw your little minions out there. I saw them all scatter. I saw them mood change.
So Dudu was like, chill.
She's like, wait here. I'll tell you when to come in. Yeah, produce again. Let's these niggas in. I don't know if she even told them why I was there or whatever, but nonetheless, they all sit there. I have a feeling, Monaka, you. I have a feeling Munaka knew because I remember Munaka actually did try and reach out to Gigi to apologize. Ahead of friends.
okay.
So I have a feeling she knew. That's why she didn't get the most of it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I know she tried. She actually realized and she tried to rectify.
Woman to woman.
Yeah. To say, yo, I realized what I did wrong there. So I had no smoke with her. And if anything, I would have never had smoke with her. I was there for the niggas.
Hate you.
You know?
Yeah.
So when I got on there, that thing just triggered me into remembering, dog, yes, you hired some bodies there. You hired niggas who actually don't know what the fuck they talking about, making some stupid comments about Kabza and Pori. And I was like, yo, this is so divisive. But I was amped by that thing. You would see, I went in there to say, do you guys know what the fuck you guys are talking about? That was really my motivation. Dog, you guys have a platform, you've been given a platform that holds so much power and so much responsibility. And with all the things that I do, you decide to talk about how you feel about who I'm dating. You understand what I'm saying? That was really my motivation, is to rectify all the bullshit. Like, don't talk about me. Don't talk about shit you don't know. Don't talk about women like they're pieces of shit. Don't do what you're doing. Have some sort of responsibility. You've been put in a position where you know, when I look at that thing, I feel like we should be sharing information about things that people don't know.
But no one watches that.
Who cares? So you want people to watch shit that doesn't exist. You want us to sit there and watch you talk about Babala's drinking problem. Who gives a fuck? Why do you know about Babala's drinking problem? Let's talk about you stealing money by mistake. You stole money by mistake. A professional. A whole professional. See, I have more respect for a nigga who said, yo, I took that guy's money because the contract says I must take. When I say, hey, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't know what was. I didn't know. I thought it was someone else's money. And you're supposed to be a respectable individual.
If you're gonna put your dating life in a public platform, right?
Yeah.
When people comment, do you think they have the right to comment, or isn't it fair
Or can they comment in a certain way because it is in the public domain?
Are you a commentator? Is Sfiso a commentator? Did you hire Sfiso to be a commentator? To sit and comment about why didn't he comment on Thakgi's abuse? If he's a commentator, why didn't he comment on Thakgi's abuse when Nota was there? And you comment about things that happen in people's lives. Let's comment about the one that's immediate.
Alleged abuse.
Whatever. Alleged abuse.
It's an accusation.
No, it's an accusation. Sorry, don't sue me.
Yeah.
But why aren't you talking about that? Because that's something that's happening in the culture. It's out there. You've put it out there. Why do you feel that why is it, and what important information are people gonna get from you talking about, hey, that's some fast MacGyver. I'm funny. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then what? Who cares what you tell us what you do?
But
tell
people
us what
have
you
said
do
that
for artists.
about a Jay-Z and a Beyonce, for example, only because we know Jay-Z is dating Beyonce. You see, like the mother of your last born, we can't even say anything because no one knows her. And sometimes when relationships,
made it public.
Yeah, you never made it public, and that's the beauty of the privacy of a relationship.
What about the music I made public? You know, what about the work that I've made public? What about the shit that I do in the industry? What about the songs that I write for the other people? Don't talk about me then. You must decide if your podcast represents gossip and bullshit, or are you here to build a culture? Because even in the conversation that you're talking with the gossip and bullshit, it's stupid shit. Why are you not talking about the fact that Benzo signed to us? The biggest artist in the country right now is signed to Sizwe.
The reality is, dog.
Hold on, who's the biggest artist?
Benzo.
The reality is,
Snogo Nogo, Jep.
For real.
My kid is running the country right now. Why is that not a country? You see? Look at that bomb drop. That's something you should be finding out from Sfiso. That guy doesn't even
know that, bro.
That guy, exactly.
So,
but that's why you're supposed
Jep, I know Uncool and all the other big names.
Why are employees not telling the people those things? They don't even know who Sean is. You know who Sean is. His employer knows who Sean is. That guy doesn't even know who Sean is. Why are we taking information from a person who doesn't even know who Slow is? You don't know Slow 4.
No speed.
Come on.
Who's Slow 4 though?
Bro, those niggas are supposed to tell you. One of the biggest fucking most influential piano kids that the culture's ever created.
Wow.
You understand? That kid is, forget about Slow, dog. There's other people in this industry. If I could tell you, I'd fire those guys and I'd put 10 times Cool over there and Tulani away. Because I see those people every day in the culture, hanging out with us, knowing things. They know who Matan is. They know who Zan is. They know who Official is. They know what's happening. You understand? Some of the shit that you talk about, you're talking about it because you know what's going on. You know? There's no speculation or opinions. We're not sitting here. Opinions are very dangerous, bro, because these kids are running with these opinions as if it's fact. Now there's somebody out there who thinks Maporisa's rocking cabs because that guy said it. And it's like, what the fuck? Babala's drinking. Babala's drinking. Is that what we're supposed to talk about? That's what people want to buy. That's what people want to engage with. Then don't call it Piano Pulse. Call it Gossip Pulse. Then you can talk about me all you want, because what else are you going to do? As a grown-ass man, is sit and talk about me. I'm out there working. That's your job. To sit and talk about me and what I do and what I'm not doing, and checking my moves, watching me and doing all these things.
But the reality, nobody gives a fuck about that, bro.
How is that possible?
Let me give you an example with us, bro. We do so much good for the culture, women and everything, right? But every time anyone wants to talk about us, it's, you guys are controversial.
Let me
You understand? Now imagine you have to sit with 1.7 million to tell them, no, we're not controversial. We do 1, 2, 3, X, Y, Z.
And
You know?
so much like information and informative episodes we do, but we always get flagged for a thing or a moment. At times. We get flagged for that.
Then I believe we should admit that we're allowing this to happen for the moment. We're allowing it to happen because it gets us likes. We're allowing it to happen because it gets us views. But it does nothing for anyone.
No.
Why I'm saying that is because on your platform, you get to sit with the subjects that you talk about. You get to question them. You get to have a conversation with them about what's going on in life. And you get to have opinions about something that they say on the spot, right? If I'm going to sit and I'm going to say I'm going to talk about soccer, when guys are sitting there talking about soccer, when you're looking at all the soccer podcasts or all the soccer channels, they're not sitting there talking about who's dating who's fucking who is drinking where, and that shit moves nicely. I feel that your homies realize that things spike when they talk about this, and things dip when they talk about this. So they didn't take time to make this interesting and decided to stick to this. And the unfortunate thing about this is they're becoming a virus to the culture that they're supposed to either be representing or commenting on. Because the last thing is for you to be called Piano Pulse and everybody in Amapiano hates you.
Sure.
When you say, when you say they're becoming a virus, is this like what you've heard from artists because you chill in a space? Obviously, you interact with artists.
Show me an artist that loves Piano Pulse, dog. Show me one.
Funny was there. I mean,
he was there to go defend himself over
there.
Other conversations that were happening around him. I'm talking about somebody who says Piano Pulse is the greatest show that we needed in the game as piano people.
By the way,
show me an artist that is actively in this industry that they talk about every week.
By the way, after that drama, did you get home to Gigi? You got some bums, ne?
For certain. You see?
Yeah.
Now, those guys look at you doing that. They think they can do that. And then they go and do that without me in the room. You tested the bum. This is a clear example. This is a clear example.
No choice.
Like niggas, and that's my problem. Those niggas think they're you. The problem is you. The problem here is you, dog. These niggas don't realize that this thing, like, there's a relationship here where we can have those type of discussions, or we can discuss. Or I can even call you out to say, hey, don't ask me that. But you can't act like this guy. You're not this guy. You probably might never ever be this guy because of the way you move, because of the way you perceive things. But they do this without the presence of us in the room. You understand? And that creates a lot of misinformation. It creates a lot of discomfort. It creates a lot of people displeased.
But you didn't answer my question, though.
MacGyver, fuck off. The fuck?
Because I was doing too much, man. When I got home, my wife was like, I need a man like Reese. I'm like,
there you go, man.
Well, there you go. All the women will need a man like Reese.
I want to know what his wife
did.
I want to know what Sfiso's wife did that day. I want to know what she said when that nigga walked in. That's the woman we need to talk to also. That's the woman we need to talk to.
What do you think about what he's saying? So, about finding the balance between information and, I guess, entertainment, for lack of a better word?
I feel like, look, bro, if on a soccer podcast, you know, obviously guys wouldn't talk about randomly so-and-so's wife unless the wife and the particular artist or footballer are always